Got a free here. Oh, which screen are we looking at? Looks like we got a free for Tassie. Yeah, it's a Tassie free. Setting up.
Tassie is set up and taking the puck. You're about to probably have Big Danny come in and launch the puck down the side. They're coming through and driving through. Victoria have nicely cleared the puck out into the corner. You've got Tassie winger coming in trying to get that puck. Unfortunately, the bottom is rather murky and it's hard to see what is going on here.
And we've got Victoria driving it out. Tassie's trying to hold them at bay, but Victoria succeeded up the wall. Oh, all the way almost to Tassie's back wall. Looks like a bit of a fight there on the wall. I'll see what call that is.
There's been a call made. We're still waiting to see who it's against. It looks like it's against Tassie, so they will set up to block their goal tray. They're looking to be between the puck, them and the goal tray behind the line to make sure they don't break. Victoria's come in, flicked into the stack, and it would appear that they've been shut down by Daniel. Tassie are making the most of this call and subbing out their players as it's back in there. Tasmania has got the free, so they'll be looking to take that to the wall. Danny swam off and taken the puck straight to the wall where they're going. Unfortunately, we've lost the middle court camera, so we're only going to have a camera on both goal trays. When it's in the middle, we apologise, but the camera's down, so we have to look far through.
Looks like Vic have got it off Tassie. Bit of back and forth there on the wall.
The puck has been congested in the wall on the middle side, which is a classic Victorian game. They love the wall a lot. It would appear that Victoria have finally broken through the Tassie backline and are making their way up into their attacking corner. Through. Tasmania seem to be holding an okay three-way rotation going in, with Big Danny heading on his way in to block that goal. Danny's made his way back. I've held that through the corner and they're now making their way back up the wall. It would appear this game might end up being a battle of the wall, which can really come down to who's got the bigger team and the best rotation.
Big switch by Tassie there. That's Ethan.
Ethan's done a job, goal tray switch almost. And he's gone up, go park the bus on the Tassie sub bench. Hopefully we'll see a fresh wave of players come through if they're playing their subbing right.
Got nothing here.
You can see Arthur coming in to take that puck up the wall. They're about to continue driving up there, and Ed has just informed me that Tassie has a free. Oh, Vic have a free against Tasmania. And Victoria have come, they're driving in, and it's just been hit by the centre. And Tassie looks like they're about to get a breakaway out. Looks like they just got held. Let's see if the refs pick that up. And the referees have picked that up, and it's a free for Tasmania. So Tassie with this conundrum. will decide whether they're going to drive down the wall, which going by their last free puck, I reckon that's where they go, or they could try to be really cheeky and go for a switch off here and break the play open.
If they drive down the wall, they might just have Vic hold them at bay once again, but we'll see.
It would appear they've gone for the wall free puck, so now they're going to hold in there, rotate and drive down that wall, and at some point one of them will hopefully break off and open up the play. Tassie look like they've made a bit of ground and it's going up to Vic's half. There is another Tasmanian free, and they're about in the centre of the court. We have someone relaying to us from the sidelines. We have someone on the pool deck that's constantly updating the chat, so if you have a look at the chat, you should be able to see a little bit of what's going on. It is still currently 0-0, and Victoria is holding the puck against the wall. They're heading up there, going for the drive and curl and pass back. As you see, drive, curl, pass back. Daniel has just gotten into the middle of their breakup. Did a little flick back through. I don't know about these underbody flicks into the contest. You're a bit better off keeping the puck on your stick, turning around and launching it back to your back.
And as you've seen, Vic picked it up and drove it into the corner.
So there's been a call here. We can't quite see what is going on at the moment. The referees are having a bit of chat, so they could have seen something that's gone in there. Whether it was when Daniel had a drive and was in the attacking free, and they're trying to decide what's going on. The Vic touch is getting involved, which they probably shouldn't be swimming over there. You leave that to the captain at the current point in time. They're having a chat, which means there may be a pretty serious call going on if the coach wants to get in and get a goal. Penalty shot's about to play. So as I was saying, that's when Daniel would have swam in on that corner. He would have been in the 3 metre D, and there was a likely chance that he was going to score a goal. So now you have a penalty shot coming. I think it would appear to be Danny, and I think that's Daniel that's about to take these. Both these players going in. They've gone down. Oh, there's a false drop. We're waiting to see what's about to happen here. So in your 2-on-1, the defending player has to keep their hand on the wall, and when the buzzer goes, they make their way down the wall with their hand on. So they actually just drop their hand off. It'll be interesting to see if that's picked up. It's flick through, drive, and goal to Tasmania. We'll make sure that we get the fingers from the refs. Yep, it would appear they're coming in for a little bit of a chat. So it hasn't been signalled a goal yet. You always want to make sure that you see the signal for a goal before you start getting excited and swim back to your sub-bench. And it's just been awarded a goal. So Tasmania is currently 1-0 to Victoria off a penalty goal. All right, and off the strike, we can see Tasmania currently on here. Unfortunately, we still have that dead spot in the middle of the pool, so we all just have to imagine what's going on in there. Victoria seem to be making a fair bit of ground and coming up to the Tassie corner, so they've driven that puck up quite nicely. Victoria continuing to make some ground. From what I can tell, Danny's popped up and it looks like it is a free for Victoria against Tasmania. So Victoria are going to try to get up. They're going to set their stack right in front of that goal tray. They may even get a cheeky little winger to try to take the space first. You can see them all coming down. They've launched into the stack and now it's a bit of a shovel to go through. They've fed back to their back who's about to come through, and they've put the puck in the goal tray. I'm not sure if there was a call before. It's a free for Vic. So free for Tasmania, sorry. So Tassie was lucky. There was a free in there involved. They're setting up to take this free. I wonder if Tasmania are going to go back to the wall where they've been going, or if they're going to try to open up the play. And it would appear they're going back to the wall, and they're up there on the wall. Both teams might be making the most of this time with a puck locked on the wall in between both sub benches, so they might be getting a quick little rotation in there and getting some fresh subs in. So Victoria's got a drive at goal. They've just been shut down by one of the Tassie backs. And the winger has come in and done a great job of stealing that puck. And there's another referee's call. The call is... There's been a ref timeout called, so we're about to see what's happening here. When the ref calls a ref timeout, that means they need to talk to the other referees to clarify, either make sure they know what's both going on and they're all unanimous, or they're having a little bit of time to think about the decision. There is a free for Victoria that has been signalled by the referees. And we've just been informed by Ed that Tassie's been warned for their subbing. So that's where... And a kick out for it? And there's a kick out for it from Olive. Olive may have just taken one for the team and subbed out, which is a pretty common thing with a subbing foul if you can't tell who it is. Arthur has just made a nice clear from the goal tray, come back and driving to the wall. So if you go back there and see, it's lovely when a forward comes on the defence, steals the puck and takes it to the goal tray. It's really good work there. The puck's now just getting held up in the corner, launched back down the wall, and we'll see what happens. Victoria working very hard to get that puck out of that corner. They're coming in and driving. They're cutting back out, which is nice to see them pulling it off the wall and cutting that angle, because it's a lot harder. Oh, they've just gone back into the wall. If you're flicking a puck at the corner of a goal tray, it's... Oh, they've just driven that in. Is this going to be a goal? Ref timeout's been called. So the refs are deliberating on what they have just seen, as it's pretty congested and hard to see. The refs, if they're about to make a big call, will have a talk to each other to make sure that they've all seen the same thing. No goal, but a free for Victoria. So what may have happened there is the refs made the signal and then Victoria's gained some more ground and through. The refs will play on advantage as much as they possibly can, but then when they player loses advantage, they'll make the call. Sometimes the player will get the puck back and it's through. That was a lovely knockdown by the forward, and they're about to drive it back down the back wall by Big Danny. And Victoria looks like they're about to go back in and get that puck. So Tasmania has a good job. They've got 3 on the bottom and there's 2 Victorians in. So if the Victorians try to get them to drive in, and it's coming back out and through. Other camera, it would appear Tasmania has just made a breakaway down the wall and they've just sent it back into the centre, which is quite nice play. Victoria have just navelled that up and they're about to make a little bit of a breakaway. They've been intercepted by a Tasmanian back. Victoria still have the puck and they're on their way for a breakaway. It would appear they've started to make a fair bit of ground. If we switch over to the other camera, we can see Victoria on their way up to the Tasmanian goal tray, where it's now a bit congested on there. It would appear referees thinking about making a call, so this will be interesting to see where it goes. The ref has made a call and we have a free for Victoria. So on that stop, Tasmania may have infringed there. For us, subbing for us.
Hang on, I may stand corrected. That might have been a no goal.
We have a team timeout for Tasmania. So their coach, Camille, has decided that she wanted to have a chat to the team, get everyone to make sure that they've got a nice tight defence, and the forwards there screening the players to the right off this free puck.
Amazing work by what I imagine was Rocco, looks like, defending that 2-on-1. So let's see if that changes any of this momentum of the game. It's a great drive up the right-hand side by Queensland. Getting some support there.
Another subbing infringement. We've got another Tasmanian.
WA fighting hard though. Got control again. Number 8, Donor. It's amazing with all possession.
Tasmania have another player kicked out for a subbing infringement. They really need to work on tightening that up. This is in-water subbing here, so you need to have a player's head above the water before the next player goes down. Too many of these and it starts getting very costly because you've got a player sitting on the sub bench and now playing 5-on-6, and with the style that Tasmania and Victoria are playing, where it's a solid wall game and through, you want your numbers on the bottom. So this is a great opportunity for Victoria to get a goal in because they're 6v5. We've just been informed that they've been lifting the rope whilst they're subbing. You're not allowed to lift it up. You need to swim and go under. Victoria have sent the puck into the corner. There's been a call made. And a goal for Victoria. We're now level with the scores. It's 1-1 to Victoria and Tas. With 3 minutes to go, this is a hot game. There is no better feeling than defending 1-1.
It's the ultimate ego boost.
It's better than scoring.
Yeah, I agree. I love them. No expectation too.
Yeah.
Ben Linton even said it's better than winning a final.
Defending it.
Yeah.
1-1. Yeah.
Queensland have turned it around though, driving straight back up the pack.
And Victoria are off on the strike. They're speeding in to get the puck.
Defended 5 in a row against New Zealand, and I reckon it's just like
And Victoria have made ground and they're back going into the Tasmanian defensive third. It would appear that it's going back down the wall. So it's been a very congested game here, playing a lot of hockey. This is a rather small court for length, depth and width. So it's building up and through. Tasmania are holding it now in the middle of the court. And there's a free for Victoria. So Tasmania are back on the back foot with Victoria with another opportunity to open this play up and score a goal from 3 lanes out. Tassie still have a player in the sin bin, so this is a great opportunity for Victoria to score another goal. They've already capitalised with a player out, so Vic have a good chance of scoring another goal here. They're a very strong team that can drive that puck in. Victoria have called a timeout. They want to chat about this, make a good game plan of how they're going to go, whether they're going to drive straight in and flick the puck or they're going to bring it out wide and cut back in. There's multiple options Victoria have to do here against Tasmania. They're trying to lock this down, and if you can come in 2-1 at halftime, it puts you in a great spot. Jack Ryan scored the goal for Victoria, we have just been informed. Victoria driving in, and it has just been swept off the goal tray by Tasmania. You can see this rotation coming through. Free for Tasmania, so they've done a good job of defending that goal tray. There is currently, how long's left, Ed? There's a minute 30 left, and it's a free for Tasmania. My best bet is they're going to go back to that wall and go through. So little Danny's taken the puck and he's just sent it into the wall where they're currently in there. Tassie's got their 6th player back in, which hopefully relieves a little bit of pressure and stress for them. Tasmania look like they're about to make a drive up that wall from where I can see. We're now in a little bit of the grey thing. We might switch over to the other camera and we can see that Tasmania are making their way up the wall and making some ground. Pierre Daniel's just gone in to try to get that puck. Tasmania have just cut it back into the centre. Ethan tried to do a Ben Richards' little bit of a barrel roll and it's gone. It's been driven up through the centre by Tasmania and just defended by Victoria, who look like they're about to get a breakaway. Victoria making the most of this and they're swimming down the pool and it's just been shut down by Tasmania. Tassie's forward has just gone in to retrieve the puck and taken it to the wall where it's all been held up again. Ethan's just gone in and taken the puck. He's made probably about a lane's worth of ground and Victoria have gotten in to shut that down and they're now holding it on the wall with under a minute to go. It's trying to lock that puck down so they don't concede a puck just for halftime, and halftime has now just been called. The current score is 1-1 and we're going into halftime. Ed Heff is about to run through their team for you.
Do you want to do it? No. All right. I'll run through the teams here while we're waiting on half time. For Victoria, we've got Devlin Rowe, William Steen, Caden Milnes, Ethan Milnes, Daniel Pearce, Sarah Jordans, Jack Ryan, Felix O'Shaughnessy, Lacey Phillips, Oscar Hattie, and Lockie Thorburn. And for Tassie, we have we've got Danny Rumsby, Hewan Williams, Arthur Widdick, Chloe Reeve, Daniel McKinley, Grace Wells, Ethan Pregnell Highland, Olive Sussenbach, Arthur Francis, Sam Tracy, and Henry Cooper. We've just got a minute here left of half time, and those teams will be thinking of some strategy to overcome the other one. It's a very close game.
There's 20 seconds left. Both teams will be sitting there thinking about what they're going to do. You'll have players that will be sitting there casually. They're not too fussed with what's about to happen. And then you have players that are on edge. They're already holding onto the wall. Look at them go. They're counting down, waiting for that ding, ding, ding of the buzzer. Anyone that's played hockey, that last ding, you sit there and you're about to go and off. There seems to be a clean start from Tassie. They're on their way down. We're about to switch to the other camera where Tasmania are making a good drive. There's a referee currently blocking the goals. Tasmania are on their way through. Victoria's just had a lovely steal off Tasmania and they're breaking their way back down that wall. Victoria centres looks like they're coming in to lend a hand and they're just driving down that wall. Victoria have a great game where they're coming in, they're shutting the play down, holding on the wall. Victoria's then be some pretty big bodies in the pool, so they're making the most of that and using the wall to their advantage. Tassie's there, a bit on the D foot. You can see so the puck is currently in the middle of the pool that's being held. It looks like it's pretty even through there. Oh. Tasmania. There has been a free puck for Tasmania called, so Victoria now on the back foot. They're setting up their forwards to try to screen Tasmania out, and Tassie, my best better, are going to come down that wall side, and they do. They've come down that wall. Victoria about to come over and shut them down, and we'll see who can win the battle of the wall. And Grace has just made a great job of driving down the wall and through there. It's been cut in. Daniel's on his way breaking in. Both Grace and Daniel are playing for the elites later on. And that would appear that Tasmania have just put the puck in the goal. We're waiting for referee confirmation, and it has been signalled a goal. That is a goal, and it looked like it was Daniel McKinlay who scored that. Daniel is 16. A young fella, and he's also playing in the elites comp as well. And Grace Wells is also playing in the elite women. It's great to see these juniors from Tassie that are stepping up and playing in both competitions. I believe Grace Wells is playing in 3 divisions for this. She played in the Open under-19s, the women under-19s, and now the elite women later on in the day. That's a cracking effort. Victoria's making their way off the strike, sending nice and flat on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but Victoria had their forwards all dead flat on the bottom. It is great to see good body positioning from these juniors. If you're flat on the bottom, it makes it a whole lot easier to get the puck. You're a lot stronger than if you're floating halfway in the pool.
Caden Milne from Victorian Under-19s is also playing in the men's, and Lacey Phillips is playing with the elite women for Victoria.
What a great response by WA to smash that in after Queensland's goal. That makes it 2-4, anyone's game. Amazing work by WA. Queensland just really not ready for that drive down the middle, really hard to defend.
Victoria just got a breakaway, and they were so close to putting that puck in the goal tray. The referees have made a call, and the puck went in the goal. We're back to 2-2, Victoria and Tasmania. Victoria had a quick enough breakaway that we didn't even have time to mention it. They drove through, and they put that puck into the goal tray.
That was Jack Ryan.
And I've just got confirmation it was Jack Ryan that scored the goal. Good effort from him. We're tied back here at 2-2 in the bronze medal match. Tasmania's driven off. And do you see how they're not as flat as Victoria, which makes it hard when you're driving through? Victoria have had a lovely body position on the bottom of the pool to drive that through. Victoria look like they're making a bit more ground up the pool. And the puck has just been switched across. Tasmania not quite too sure where to finish this switch. They've just cut and gone to the wall.
I wonder if that was originally in the bin or if that was a legal knockdown. Looks like we've got 2 signals up. Handguns from the ref. Good reply by Queensland. So not 5 score like the current. I want to say it's 5.
Jack's also
playing for the
men's as well.
Jack, who just scored Victoria's goal, is also playing in the elite men's.
So we are 5-2 now after that response by Queensland.
The puck is being held up on the far wall, where you can see little Danny, who's just bouncing up and down. I'm pretty sure he can still breathe on the bottom of the pool when he's on his knees. And Victoria is making a drive back up the pool. It's back into Tasmania's defensive third, with Victoria wanting to drive this puck into the goals. And you see their forward just Tasmanian back came and had a crack at punching it through. It's always a risky move when a back decides to drive straight up the guts, because you've got to make sure the other back will come through and cover you. If you've got a good rotation with your back line, it could be very good, but it's also high risk, high reward.
It's a real skill. Looks like WA have used that free to gain some advantage on the left-hand side, but Queensland replied with a breakaway. Have we got the numbers there to support the drive?
The puck is still being held in the Tassie defence, and as I say, that Tasmania look like they're making a little bit of ground up the wall.
Very nice
And Victoria have a response to that, just driving it back through.
It's that killer when you're tied back and you shovel it under a player driving at you.
Tasmania have just made a bit of ground up the wall. They are still pushing. You can see the wingers coming in, hoping to steal that puck. And Tassie have a breakaway, which has just been shut down by Victoria. Back on that wall. Tassie have made a redo it. They've flicked the puck back into the centre, which has then been held back on the wall by Victoria. And it's going through. Victoria have a really good game of shutting down Tasmania whenever they're making a little bit of ground. Victoria there to shut it down and go again. Victoria making some ground up the wall. They're pushing through, and Tassie's back in. It's going to the centre of the pool where Tassie's dangerous. It would appear that Daniel's gone for a flick. He's gone through. He's gone himself. He's pushing. Bang! Daniel McKinlay has just put the puck in the goal tray. Have we got finger guns? They're coming through. We got 3 finger guns. That is a goal for Tasmania. Daniel McKinlay is very dangerous in the middle of the pool where he punches in and goes through off the centre. You don't want to leave that a loose puck in the centre of the pool because Daniel's a quick, solid body and he'll push his way in and drive the puck into the goal tray. That is a great work by Daniel. We're currently 3-2 in Tasmania's favour with... With 7 minutes left. We're halfway through this second half. It is still anyone's game. It is 3-2 to Tasmania with 7 minutes to go, which by no means is the game over. Victoria have made very good counter goals every time Tasmanians scored. Victoria's in. There's been a timeout called, and Tasmania, they're having a chat. I'm unsure of who called the timeout. So they're there saying, look, there's still 7 minutes of game left. We want you to keep up the pressure and we want to try to get more goals on there. Tassie's saying that Victoria is in there and their coach would be giving them the absolute pump up, saying you're a goal down, you've got nothing in here. We can make this comeback and go through. Looking at how this game's been going, I would not be surprised if there goes to extra time in here, because I could see Victoria coming back and scoring another goal. They love being the underdogs, and they are doing a great job of coming back. As soon as Tasmania get a goal, Victoria just get that yip in their step, and off they go, and they're driving for that goal. Be interesting to see how this goes off this strike. I'm hoping both teams get nice and flat on the bottom, and off they go. Here we are, we're away. We're seeing Tasmania going, and look at that. They've gone flat. It's like they can hear the commentary in the pool. So it looks like Victoria have the puck on the sub side, and you can see the Tasmanian back. The Tasmanian are there on the defence. Victoria there. So Victoria would appear that they've just gotten a free puck. Tasmania's setting up for the free puck. So what they'll want to do, they'll want to stack their forwards to come and block the puck, and off they go. So the puck's there. It would appear that Tasmanian are holding them out, as I can see their backs just bobbing up and down, which means the forwards would be there with the puck going. There's been another referee call here, and it is against Tasmania again. So that is a stick infringement there. Tasmania are not being super clean when they're coming in, wanting to grab that puck, so they're paying the price, and Victoria have a free that's in their attacking third. So Victoria have a good chance to come in here and score and equalise. You can see Ethan's just coming in. Tasmania, oh, that puck's broken through. I would not be surprised if this ends in a goal. They broke through the defence. And have we got some finger guns going, Ed?
Yeah,
No goal. So free for Tasmania. And what was the call for that?
I'm not sure.
We're unsure of what the call was. It was either a stick or glove infringement. And Tasmania, I'm going to guess, are going to go straight to that wall again and flick that puck through. And they're trying to hold it up that wall and keep on driving and going. There seems to be a bit of a stalemate on that wall. We can't see too much ground that's been made. If we see both cameras, it's sitting dead in the middle. Both off halves are sitting there bobbing. and just waiting for some play to go through. As that off half, you're sitting there, you're wondering, when do I need to be down, when do I not? Am I going to rotate in and help, or am I going to sit there and cover that defense? Sitting in that off half position, you don't use much energy, but you are a little bit nervous, sitting there going, when's this puck going to come through? When do I want to be down? And down goes the off half. They're sitting there waiting. Daniel makes a quick little duck dive to get the puck. Victoria swimming across their tray. There's a flick back through. Victoria doing a good job of driving back into this goal tray. And Tasmania is doing a good job breaking that out. There has been a breakaway from Tasmania, but there's also been a free, and it is a free for Victoria, dead in front of goals and through. This is a great position for Victoria to try and slot this puck in. It'll be interesting to see if they call a timeout or if they're just going to go straight in and give them no break. Looks like a big timeout there. And we've had Victoria call a timeout. When you've got the puck in your attacking third and you've just had the other team on the back foot, there's a little bit of a conundrum to whether you're going to call your timeout and plot through what you're going to do on this free puck, or whether you try and keep the defensive team under pressure and drive quickly to go through. Victoria chose to have a discussion and see how they're going to play this puck, whether they're going to launch the puck into the stack or whether they're going to take it to the wall and try to drive it in off the wall. It'll be interesting to see what Victoria does with this. Victoria have 4 players that are at the age bracket where they can't play anymore, so this is their opportunity to get them a medal. How long's left in the timeout, Ed? There's 10 seconds left in this timeout, so we're getting pretty close to seeing. We've just lost camera 3, so luckily Victoria have it up in this end and we've got something to watch. And off it goes. Victoria go in. They look like they went for a little bit of a dummy and flicked the puck in. Everyone is flat on the bottom and wanting to see. The puck's been drived. There's been a call made here. What's the call, led? And that is a goal to Victoria. Victoria capitalised on this goal and is now 3-3 with 3 minutes to go. So 3-3, 3 minutes to go. So 3-3. And it's been brought back. Victoria doing a great job of equalising after these. Tasmania have scored the first goal in first, second and third goals that have come through. And within a couple of minutes, Victoria have done an excellent job of coming back through and scoring a goal. Victoria have that dog in this fight, and they are coming through. Let's see if Victoria can get a goal in front of Tassie before, or if Tasmanian is going to put a goal in to take the win. Tasmania have got a drive coming through. They're pushing through. Daniel's just come in, and we lost the camera. Oh, no, we have lost the camera. We don't know what's happening. Oh, Victoria's taken it and defended it, and the camera's out. We apologise for the cameras. Water and electricity don't go that well together, so we're having a couple of issues, but we're back on here, and Victoria have done a great job of defending that drive from Tasmania. Oh, there's Danny. He's done a big flick over the top. Daniel has now got the puck. It's being driven up towards the goals. We can't see. Ed, what's happening? They're back. We're in the defense. They're in the corner. Victoria have just defended that out. Victoria have 3 on the bottom, and they are doing a great job of driving this out. And someone's kicked the camera. We're a little bit out of skew, but we can kind of see what's going on. If the puck goes into their goal tray, we should be able to see. It's going up the wall. Victoria's made a great defense, and they're going up the wall for a drive. Tassie has blocked them off and is holding them in. There's just been a call made by a referee, and it's a Tassie free. Let's see if Tassie can do as well as Victoria and put a puck in off the free puck. So we're getting close to the 2-minute mark where we'll start having timeouts in frees. In the last 2 minutes of the games where there's a free, there's a timeouts called so we don't lose it. Tassie's flat on the bottom. Victoria's all down there ready to go. And Tasmania's done a drive. It's gone into that corner. There's 1 Tasmanian, 2 Victorians. These Victorians absolutely want this to go out. And it would appear there's been another call made, and it is for Tassie against Victoria. So Tassie get another opportunity to have a shot at goals. Let's see if they can capitalise like Victoria, but currently Victoria are using their free pucks a whole lot better than Tasmania. So Tasmania will want to get someone in on that goal tray to take up some space. And they've just driven that puck in, and it's getting driven. I can't see there's a knee in the way. There's about 12 players on the bottom of the pool. We've got a signal being made, and we've got finger guns, finger gun, finger gun. That is a goal to Tasmania with how long's left, Ed? Goal to Tasmania with 1:15 left. They're going to cut down some time because play doesn't stop when there's a free puck. There's 30 seconds of time that'll get cut down. The Victorian coach has come in and giving them an absolute rev up. Let's see if Victoria can get a goal in this last minute and send it into extra time. Tasmania have done a lovely job of driving that puck in. Victoria off, blasting through. And if we switch to the other camera, we can see that Victoria on their way to that side. They're taking this drive. There's 44 seconds left in this game, and it is still all systems go. Victoria doing their best to drive that puck up. Tasmania are there holding it through. Victoria have to be careful that the puck doesn't go into the corner of the corner of the wall, because if the puck goes into the corner, it's a spot that Tasmania would be able to kill about 30 seconds holding it in there. And through, there's a free for Tasmania has just been called. With how long left, Ed?
I'll have to wait till the time goes away. Do they know that in the last 2 minutes before time?
They should. So Tasmania have their free. If this was Tasmania, I'd be taking it straight to that wall and holding it down. There's 20 seconds left, and look at that. He's going straight to the wall. You'd be wanting to get your players in there. Hold this down. You're goal up with 20 seconds left. It is your goal to just hold that puck on the wall, and Victoria is going to be doing everything that they possibly can to be driving that puck towards their goal tray. If you look at this, there's numbers on the bottom. We're getting a countdown, and that is time. Tasmania has just won the bronze medal in the 3-4 playoff. It's a great job for Tasmania. They've improved from their last comp in Cairns last year, and they've just won the bronze medal, and everyone is off celebrating. No doubt players are getting thrown in the pool, and they're all going through. Thank you for tuning in, and congratulations to everybody that play this game, and well done, Tasmania, for your bronze medal.